Hey, what's up? This is Jason Drone. Welcome to today's episode of GSD Daily. This is episode number 131, and it is create. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to create videos that you can use for your sales copy and also for your ads that are on Facebook and LinkedIn or YouTube or wherever your ads live. So basically, this is, one of those things that traditionally has been really hard. Creating video has always been an art, and up until 5, 6, 7 years ago, it was really, really difficult to create video. Now, I mean, you have an incredibly powerful video camera in your pocket. You have tools, editing tools, mixing tools. There's so much functionality and so many easy, simple ways of creating video that literally 6-year-olds are doing it. So when you own a business or when you're marketing a business, all of this stuff you can use to market your business. So there's some simple things, some simple tweaks that I use that have helped my workflow to the point where, like, for me, if I don't have a good workflow, it doesn't get done. Like if this video, if this, like standing desk was not here, I probably wouldn't be doing live streams, because literally I can just, step up, hit play, and I'm broadcasting. So it's a nice, simple setup. And over the last 4 or 5 months, I've refined the setup a couple times, just to make it a little bit simpler, a little bit more pain-free when it comes to, turning everything on, going live, and then going, continuing on with the day. Now, in terms of recording stuff, so live is one thing, because you can just log into Facebook, hit the go live, and you're live, you know what I mean? Or I'm using StreamYard, I can just hit, go, and then that's fine. But when you're recording something that you want to make sure that is right, you need to have a script, and you're probably going to need some editing. So there's some really simple ways that you can use some functionality to help ease the process. So if you prefer to record on mobile, then there's an app that I really, really, really love to use. It's called Teleprompter. So it's this app right there, Teleprompter. The reason I'm showing it to you is because if you go to the App Store and you type in Teleprompter, there's like 30 million of them. So this one with that icon is the one you want. It's that black with the red. That's the icon you want. There's a free version and there's a pro version. The free version is super cool. Actually, the paid version is super cool. But basically, the paid version allows you to input your scripts from a text file in. So basically, you go in and you say, as it's showing my camera here, there we go. So do you have an automated sales system? So we're just going to hit play. It's going to count down 3, 2, 1. And then, do you have an automated sales system, a sales funnel on your website that generates revenue, clients, and customers day after day? Now notice how it just shows at the top half of your camera, like just at the very, very top half, so that when you're reading it and your eyes aren't moving. So it's only about that far. Your eyes aren't moving, well, they are a little bit, but you're not moving anywhere up, down, like you're looking kind of right below the camera. So you're like right there is where you're looking. Makes a big difference. So it's one way that we end up doing mobile videos. Another tool that I like to use, I discovered from Ryan Nadell. In his book, he was talking about this tool called Spark Video. So Spark Video is that app right there. Spark, it's called Spark Camera, I guess. But basically, it lets you mash up a bunch of video back and forth so that you can record a video and it kind of auto edits everything together. Not auto edits, but what you're doing is you're capturing one video and then the next video and then the next video. And then what happens is it combines everything for you. So I do this for work and then also for personal too. So like this is a video, oops. Yeah, this is a video that I took yesterday. We went to the Halloween store. And then, oh, it's not playing the whole thing. There we go. Maybe it'll play the whole thing now. There it is. So this is just one continuous video. So basically, it's no cutting. Like it's just one video, and it basically snippets all the video, or it like splices all the videos together. So it's one video after another video after another video. Super, super nice for vlogging kind of things. So just two mobile apps that end up working really well: the teleprompter and then a nice video edit, video cut tool. Another thing that we end up doing for all of our clients is we write video scripts. So whether it's a sales video, first of all, full motion video works so much better than it used to. It used to be that a ugly VSL that had a white background and black text converted better than anything else, because it forced somebody to read and then also listen. So you were activating a couple different modalities. Now everything has just gone full motion, so it's imperative to have some full motion at least some full motion in your material. I've actually tested going back to old school VSLs and combining a couple like little full motion things in there, and it works really, really well, because now it's just an ugly pattern interrupt. An old VSL format that we used to do 6 or 7 years ago is now as ugly, so it tends to work out pretty well. So I like to combine the two now. Like, in fact, some of our sales material, you'll notice that it is old, ugly VSL with full motion video, and it works out really nicely. So what we do for all of our clients is we write the sales scripts. We write a VSL script. We write like an ad script. Ad scripts are typically between 1 minute and 3 minutes. VSL scripts are usually between 4 to 6 minutes, depending on what the price point is. But what we end up doing, you can load a script into a tool like this. So there is a tool called Easy Prompter, and it's been my favorite teleprompting tool. So Easy Prompter is super, super nice. You can grab a script. So you can write a script, and then I have what pre-written one here. I've got about 17 million of them. So we're just going to call this thing, there we go. So I'm just going to copy it in there. And then we're just going to say start prompter. So when I start the prompter, then you can see here on your screen, I now have a prompter that I can hit play on. So let's see. There we go. And then I can adjust the speed of this thing. So the speed let's say 17. So we're just going to test out 17 and see if it works. And then I'm going to narrow this thing all the way down, and then I'm going to put it right underneath the camera. So right underneath the camera on my computer. So this achieves the same thing as what our iPhone app did. So I want to look right under the camera, but not too much side to side, because I don't want, it to look like I'm reading. So there, we're going to slim this down pretty well. And then I'm also going to reduce the font size, because I don't need I'm right here, so I don't need it to be like super huge. So we're just going to do this. We're going to slim it down. Now I'm going to read. All right, so we're going to pull that down, and then we're just going to hit the go button, hit the play button. So, that's pretty slow. How old is your website? Or that's pretty slow, right? So we're going to do speed again. We're going to go up to, let's say, 28. We're going to see what this feels like. So scroll up, and then how old is your website? Or do you even have one? These days, your website is a hell of a lot more than a business card. So that's a little bit fast. So I end up kind of, running away with it. So, or the script runs away with it, I should say. So we're going to do 22. Let's look at this. So how old is your website? Or do you even have one? These days, your website is a hell of a lot more than a business card that gives away some blah, blah, blah. So that one was a little bit fast, but still pretty good. So in that sense, now we can edit the video up. We have a good script. And I usually like to record these a couple different times and then edit the best versions of them. When you're recording with the teleprompter, you don't have to stop the recording all at once. You can hit play, and then if you lose your place in it, just pause, finish a sentence, pause, and then kick back up to the top. So then you're reading, you lose your place again, just pause, and then kick back up to the top. Now, one of the most valuable things that an old professor taught me when we were talking about video, long time ago, and I don't even think he knew that he was actually giving good advice. He might have just been making a joke. I don't know. But he was like, oh yeah, he was like, you're getting good at the pauses. And I was like, I don't know what you mean. And he's like, yeah, the pause is where you cut. And I was like, that's actually pretty cool. Because nobody I had known way back then was doing video, like screen record video and stuff. It's not like I'm learned video editing formally from anybody. Just, mucking around with, tutorials and stuff online. But anyway, so I found that in editing, like you always come to a pause. Wherever there's a natural pause, you can break from a video editing standpoint. So a lot of times it's the end of a slide. Sometimes it's the end of a sentence. And then you can just, if you don't like the way that is recording, then you go back and you just repeat that sentence. So now there's not a real long break. You still have your same inflections. You still have your same tonality. You can just hit the break and then go back and then just repeat that sentence. So in your brain, like when you're recording these things, you just take a mental note of the break. So whenever you screw something up, you just go back to the previous break and then repeat that. The other thing is if you end up talking too, real fast, then your T's and S's there's some strong sounds, some strong letters, and you can always edit over top of those strong sounds. So like if there's an S, like Sam, let's say, you could, and you screw up what comes after Sam, but there isn't any other real like great natural breaks, then you can just edit over that Sam, that S, because that S is going to have the same sound regardless. So you can usually edit those two S's together. So just another kind of weird little tweak after editing like a million hours of sales videos over the years. So just some interesting tips on creating sales videos and ad videos. So between the teleprompter app, between that Spark video app, and a teleprompter and a webcam, you really should have pretty much everything you need to record these. And then from an editing standpoint, iMovie is a great one. I'm not real familiar with what Windows editing functionality is. They used to have like a Windows Movie Maker way back in the day, but I haven't been on a Windows machine in probably 10 years. So Windows Movie Maker, I'm sure is probably something now. Any iPhone has iMovie though. So you can actually, use iMovie for free, cut up your videos and then export them as an MP4 file. Your iPhone iMovie isn't like fully featured, but it is good. I like to do a lot of quick video editing on an iPhone or an iPad and then export it to a Mac where you can do some other more advanced stuff. I assume that they're probably going to be making iMovie a little better on especially iPad. On iOS, or PadOS or whatever the iPad operating system is now. That's about it. That's all I got for you today. Some cool tools from a video editing, video creation standpoint. Tomorrow we're going to talk about automating your sales video, and that was kind of what prompted this week of video. Really is tomorrow's conversation, which is how to automate playing and stuff of video, because there was a issue that came up with a client over the weekend. Just use audio and browser things are just so weird now. with videos. So tomorrow we're going to talk about that, and I will talk to you soon. All right. Thanks.